Remember playing outside until the streetlights flickered on? Sadly, for many American children today, that freedom is a distant echo. Fear has become a chilling companion. They hear about shootings in schools, parks, and even their own neighborhoods. The carefree innocence of childhood is replaced with a gnawing anxiety. Gone are the days when parents felt confident letting their kids roam free. Today, the specter of violence casts a long shadow. The playground, once a haven of laughter, now echoes with whispers of unease. The threat is not theoretical, it's a palpable reality that shapes their daily lives. This is not the America of decades past. We once believed in the promise of safe streets and secure communities. Now, fear is a constant undercurrent, a stark reminder that something has gone terribly wrong. Our children, instead of inheriting a world of hope, are burdened with the weight of our failures. The headlines are a grim tapestry of senseless violence. In Chicago, a group of teenagers set fire to a homeless man's belongings while he slept. The image of his charred possessions, his only worldly possessions, is seared into our collective memory. In Los Angeles, a 12-year-old girl was arrested for bringing a loaded gun to school. These aren't isolated incidents. They are chilling symptoms of a deeper societal malaise. Youth violence isn't just about statistics. It's about shattered lives and communities torn apart. Every act of aggression, every bullet fired, leaves an indelible mark. The victims, forever scarred, struggle to make sense of the senseless. The perpetrators, often themselves victims of circumstance, face a future darkened by their actions. These tragedies force us to confront a painful truth. Violence is not an abstract concept. It's a brutal reality that shatters young lives and robs us of our collective innocence. We cannot afford to be desensitized to these horrors. We must summon the courage to act. The statistics paint a stark and unsettling picture. According to the FBI, the arrest rate for murder among juveniles has increased by insert recent statistic % in the last decade. This isn't just a blip on the radar, it's a sustained and alarming trend. Behind these numbers are real children, real families, and real communities grappling with the devastating consequences of violence. The statistics don't capture the tears of grieving mothers, the shattered dreams of young victims, the fear that permeates our neighborhoods. These figures are not just abstract data points, they represent a generation in crisis. They are a call to action, a desperate plea for intervention before more young lives are lost to the abyss of violence. The roots of this crisis are complex and intertwined. Poverty, lack of opportunity, and exposure to violence all contribute to a toxic brew that can lead to despair and aggression. Children growing up in these environments are often surrounded by trauma, making violence seem like a normal part of life. Imagine a child who has never known a stable home, who has witnessed violence firsthand, who has been failed by the very systems meant to protect them. Is it any wonder that some of these children turn to violence themselves? This is not to excuse their actions, but to understand the context in which they occur. We cannot simply arrest our way out of this crisis. We must address the underlying issues that fuel the cycle of violence.